We're talking about diabetes. Diabetes is Australia's fastest growing chronic disease. Ian Peters, of course, is the General Manager of Diabetes ACT in New South Wales, and he's with me in the studio this morning. Ian, I'm just looking at these figures, and they're quite astounding. Around 1.7 million people, Australians, have diabetes. This includes all types of diagnosed diabetes, 1.2 million known and registered, as well as the silent, the undiagnosed type 2 diabetes, which is, I guess, where Louise comes in. That's an astounding figure.
We have, yeah. Well, in this region, to sort of bring it down to a local level, we've got about 22,000 people locally. So that's the ACT region, so it's ACT and the immediate surrounds. And we have about 30% in addition who are undiagnosed. So they don't know they've got it at all. And then in addition to that, we have about another 30% who are what are called pre-diabetic. So if they don't intervene in their lifestyle a little bit, they may well go on to be type 2.
Let's bring Louise in here because as a type 2 diabetes sufferer, survivor, call it what you like. When did you first know that or realise that you'd fallen victim to this?
In 2010, when my GP did a routine blood test and she was doing regular, I'd changed GPs as well, and the previous GP hadn't actually said anything about the fact that I was pre-diabetic. I wasn't recognised as it. If I'd known at the time that 30 minutes exercise every day would delay significantly the full onset of the disease, that's all I would have had to do. And I probably could have gone another 10 years before I was diagnosed fully with diabetes.
If she'd been tested a lot earlier and been educated just about what you can do, which is relatively simple, then she would have had a lot more time to enjoy without that nuisance. And that's the big thing. The big thing is people don't and shouldn't be fearful. And this MyHealthTest is the first time we've been able to do it outside of going to your doctor, then going to a pathology clinic, then waiting your time, then waiting a few days and going back to your doctor and getting the test. This particular test, and they're going to do other tests very shortly, but this particular test, they send you a little kit, a really easy way of pricking your finger. You just formulate the blood, it drops onto a few circles, you send it back to them, they rehydrate it and they test it. But the nice thing about it is, you can do it in the peace of your own home.
Sure. You
can do it quickly, but then you also have your own private portal within their system. And I have mine done every 3 months because I'm pre-diabetic and I want to keep an eye on it. And I have my own graph within their system, so I can look at it, and the thing can go up and down, and I can make sure that I understand. And I have had shifts. Yeah. I've actually intervened. I've made sure that I exercise. I've lost 4 kilos, and it's dropped because this test is an average of your 3 months glucose.